Real power doesn't come to those who were born strongest, or fastest, or smartest. No, it comes to those who will do anything to achieve it.
You don't have to be the bad guy. You are the most talented, most interesting, and most extraordinary person in the universe. And you are capable of amazing things because you are the special. And so am I.
Who are you? Spider-Man.
And so is everyone. The prophecy is made up, but it's also true. It's about all of us. Right now, it's about you. And you still can change everything.
But tell me, what's the one thing you've noticed about the world since you beat me all those hundreds of years ago?
Everything repeats over and over again. No one learns anything, because no one lives long enough to see the pattern, I guess.
But you lived long enough.
I know, duh.
Why? You quit. Why is that, sir?
Well, you know, I gave it everything I had. But there's always gonna be someone better out there. Everyone has limits, and in the end, I ran straight into mine. Maybe you can't relate, but you'll get it when you're older.
No, I won't. I never give up, sir. I'll die before I get it.
Not everyone can become a great artist, but a great artist can come from anywhere.
How can you forgive me so easily? I thought you would be furious with me.
I was never angry with you. I was sad because I was afraid you lost your way.
I did lose my way.
But you found it again.
I'm just a piece of shit who only cares about himself. Now, let me tell you something else. My whole life, I have done what I think is right. But there's always someone somewhere who hates me for it because they think I'm breaking the rules. Well, rules aren't right or wrong. Every line I've ever crossed, I'd do it again. Because I am fine with what's in my soul.
Sometimes it's difficult even for me to understand what I've become, and harder still to remember what I once was.
There is a Japanese legend that says, when two souls are destined to be together, they are connected by an invisible thread. No matter the time, place, or situation, this thread may stretch or tangle, but it will never break. Another legend says, if a boy ever loses his loved one, he will search for her in everyone he meets. If you can't sleep at night, it's because you're awake in someone else's dreams. The sun and moon yearned for each other, but time kept them apart. So, God painted the skies with eclipses, proving that even the most improbable love can unite. You wear the face of who you loved most in your past life. When our eyes meet, the whole world falls silent, and time stands still. Nothing else exists apart from you and me when our eyes meet. If you're losing everything, remember, trees lose their leaves every year, yet they still wait for things to come.
Look, we haven't talked, and I think we should. I feel like whatever this is, whatever we've tried to be to one another is unraveling. And we both know why. We've never spoken of it, but the truth is that you and I are two different people. It was fun to try, but I don't think we're ever going to be able to put it all together.
I guess we're just not cut out for whatever this is.
Was.
I don't want to live in a hole anymore. It makes me feel poor.
We are poor, but we're happy.
Comme ci, comme ça. Anyway, The views are better above ground. Honey, I'm 7 non-Fox years old now. My father died at 7.5. I don't want to live in a hole anymore. And I'm going to do something about it.
Well, sorry, kid. You know, we lose a few eggs every year. It's just nature.
Oh, right, nature. I guess that makes sense, but something deep down in my gut tells me that it makes no sense at all. You know what? I reject nature. Who's with me?
Everything that you thought had meaning, every hope, dream, or moment of happiness, none of it matters as you lie bleeding out on the battlefield. None of it changes what a speeding rock does to a body. We all die. But does that mean our lives are meaningless? Does that mean that there was no point in our being born? Would you say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not! Their memory serves as an example to us all! The courageous fallen, the anguished fallen, their lives have meaning because we, the living, refuse to forget them! And as we ride to certain death, we trust our successors to do the same for us! Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world! My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage!
God was telling you it wasn't your time yet.
You think? Seems to me he was telling me I was a pig and maybe I deserved to be all alone.
You can't believe that. You're a good person.
No, the good guys were the ones who died. Or maybe I'm dead and life is a pig. It's the same thing as hell. I'll go to sleep.
I think you're a great human being, Porco. And I'm glad you're still around. Good night.
And I hope she does forget about you because she deserves to be happy.
But hey, the good news is I know of one charming young fella she's pretty close to already.
Oh, break my heart. I don't want her to find someone else. I want to be her one and only love. Even if she does get over me, I think it should take her 10 years at least.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't think you'd say something that pathetic.
Don't tell me to sound like this.
Does everything seem pinker to you?
Home always looks different after a long trip. You're seeing it with fresh eyes and newfound wisdom. And sometimes there's also a new strip mall or something. So everything being pink is probably not a big deal, and also I'm tired.
I like the pink. Why you worry so much, worry baby?
Yeah, why you worry so much, worry baby?
Don't worry, Finn. We are only teasing you because you are a baby.
You must be imaginative, strong-hearted. You must try things that may not work. Then you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from. Your only limit is your soul.
This one's late, but I'll bet that when it blooms, it will be the most beautiful of all.
You gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
Sometimes the right path is not the easiest one.
What I say is true. Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great.
You might not feel like you can do much now, but that's just because, well, you're not a tree yet. You just have to give yourself some time. You're still a seed.
Betty's dead.
Disappeared doesn't always mean dead.
You're right. She looks alive.
Alive and off the grid. Snatching up glob remnants. I got a weird feeling in my fat basket.
There's no way to reach the top. The mountain won't let you. Let this one go. Look how far we've come. Farther than anyone has ever made it. Isn't that enough? I will not be the neverest ninny for another 75 years. Nobody has used the word ninny in 75 years. Junior Woodchuck Rule 727. Sometimes the bravest thing an explorer can do is walk away.
I don't know how you put up with me for so many years.
I didn't put up with you, BoJack. I liked being with you, and I don't regret it.
I don't regret the trip to the Bahamas, or the bracelet you bought me for my 38th birthday, or when my dad died and you came to the funeral with me and held my hand.
I'm doing this for both of us, you understand?
Did you ever love me? At all?
I'm not... You know that I don't do the whole love thing. Either you end up hurting someone or they hurt you, so what's the point?